What's up? So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to tame your closure. And I'm doing this video because I've been getting a lot of questions on how to tame a closure, which I find a lot of people, they get a closure and the hair sticks up like this. It doesn't lay flat. So it's actually a really quick fix. I'm just going to show you guys how I do it. All you're going to need is 1 or 2 duckbill clips. It just depends on what your hair is doing and where you want to part it. A spray bottle with some water. You may need some mousse or setting lotion if your hair is really resistant. And a comb so you can part it where you want to part it. So the first thing I'm going to do is part the hair. I have braids underneath, so I'm trying to part it so that the part is not sitting directly on top of a braid, because I don't want a lumpy scalp. Okay. And so you see, now that I've parted the hair, you see how it's raised up a bit. Okay, that's what we're going to try to get rid of. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the area that I want to lay flat, and I'm just going to comb it and brush it down, and I'm holding it down flat. Alright, I'm going to take my duckbill clip and slide it under the hair about 1.5 inches to 2 inches away from the root, and just let it sit there. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is take my spray bottle of water or your setting lotion or mousse and spray the roots of the hair. I'm spraying lightly, but I'm also making sure I get the hair very wet. And if you have a BOSSY Wig, you can always do this off of your head and on a styrofoam head or a mannequin. And I'm just making sure that I get all of the hair wet at the root. Okay. Once the hair is wet, just let it dry. And you want to make sure you let it completely dry without disturbing this clip. As you can see, the clip is holding it down really flat. You see that? So when it dries, that's how it's going to dry. If you do get a little dent after taking the clip off, you can always just run over it really quickly with the flat iron. Another option is to use the spring clips if there's just a small area that you want to flatten out. Like say if I just want to flatten out this one little piece. These small spring clips work well too, but as you can see, they don't cover as much space and they're more likely to leave a dent. The duckbill clips have a curve, so they kind of curve with your head, but you can use either or. I will come back after it's all dry to show you the results so you can see for yourself how quick and easy it is to tame a closure. And this works with lace as well as silk. It may work better with lace because lace is tied onto lace closures, the hair is tied onto the lace, whereas silk closures, the hair is injected, so it tends to want to fall a certain way. But you can still tame it this way. With silk closures, you may need to also tie the hair down with a scarf. But this way is a way to do it without tying it down with a scarf, because the scarf can leave that indentation on your head where you had it tied. So I'll be back in a few minutes to show you, well, few seconds to show you how it looks after it's dry. Okay, so I'm back. The hair is all dry. I actually clipped this side as well because I wanted to lay down both sides on the part. So let's take a look at what it looks like. I just added a third clip back here because there was one little piece that the duckbill clip couldn't cover. So I'm going to take that down. And it's laid down, but you can see there's just a little bump from the clip, which if you have curly hair, that shouldn't really cause a problem, and even some wavy hair. But since this is straight hair, I'm going to show you how I get that little dent out. And I mean, you can always prevent that just simply by tying it down, but then you'll have to worry about another dent. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my flat iron. The temperature doesn't necessarily matter, just turn it up as high as you need to in order to get your hair straight. I leave mine on 450 for this texture of hair. And what I'm going to do while my flat iron is heating up, I'm going to just take this one small piece of hair where that bump is. And you see I'm pulling it out this way, straight out. I'm going to take my flat iron, which should be hot, and just slide it down. And one pass should be enough to knock that bump out. You see it's gone. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And making sure I pull the hair straight out, taut. And I'm only going to go down to get past that little dent. And so you see it's gone. The closure is tamed. It is laid down now. No bumps. And I mean, it literally only takes a few minutes, and you can actually speed up the process by using a blow dryer on your hair to dry it after you put the clips in the water. So it'll literally only take you a few minutes. You can do this in the morning, you know, while you're getting ready, and take 5 minutes to lay it down if you're having issues with your closure fluffing up. And you can easily do it again if you wanted to part it in another area. Because you see, if I tried to part it somewhere else, it's still raised up a little from where I laid it down going that way. And you would just do the same thing and it will lay down again. So, it's not that bad, but that's it. My quick tip on how to tame your closure. And I mean, it's super quick. So, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Adios.